Hi guys, so I've just got back to Cambridge and as you can probably tell I'm really excited to be here. This is my new old room because I lived here in my second year as well. It's been a long time since I've been here last, about 1 year and 3 months. This place still feels like a second home to me. So what I'd like to do in this week's vlog is tell you a bit more about myself and how I got to Cambridge in the first place, so you get to know me a bit better. And also show you my new room that I'll be living in for the next year. But before I do that, let me just unpack and settle in and I'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, so I'll start by showing you around my room, especially because I'm not really deep into the unpacking process. So let's start right at the door. So I've just hung my jacket over there, and right next to the door are 3 shelves where I like to keep my books. Down there's a lockable box, which is really useful for the holidays because you can lock it, take the key with you and keep anything you like in there. You don't have to clear it like the rest of the room. And there's the small suitcase I came with this morning. I flew from Vienna to Stansted Airport at 6:30 in the morning. That was quite tough. Alright, so then there's the wardrobe and some drawers, which is quite spacious, as you can see right here, and drawers and more drawers and more drawers. So I'm not really sure what this is. So my room's not an ensuite, which means I don't have a toilet, but I've got a sink and a mirror, which are really useful. So even though the toilet and the showers are shared with 8 other people on the corridor, I don't really mind that, especially because you don't have to go there to wash your hands. This sink is just so convenient. Right, now here's the first window and a quick look of the entire room. But first let me show you what we can see through the window here. So the view here is quite beautiful. I find a lot of nature in the area. Further along the same path there is a chair and some kind of box drawer or something, which is... wait. Nope, it's here. Right, this is something new compared to 2 years ago when I was here. I didn't have this. I might store my shoes in here or just books. I'm not really sure yet. That's a bed. That's new as well. The last one had a metal housing that it stood in. This is the new kind of bed that they put in. I hope it's comfortable. Next to the bed there is a night table with a drawer and the door. I usually keep a stash of snacks over here and rubbish bins and my desk. This chair is new. It used to be a red one 2 years ago, but now it's a black one. And I think this might as well just be thicker. It should be comfier than last time. And here a really good lamp for studying. Now, let me just show you the view from the window. Lots of nature, as I said. And apart from that, I don't know if you can see, but my room overlooks the UL directly. That's the university library. That's one of the copyright libraries in the UK, which means it should hold at least 1 copy of every book ever published in the UK, which is quite amazing if you think of it. By the way, this room is in Clare College, Memorial Court. It's where all freshers from Clare College have their rooms. Alright, so further there's a former fireplace, I'd say. It's just a shelf now. And the huge pinboard, which I will use to pin stuff onto it and learn it by heart. But not necessarily. I also keep pictures here and memories and just it helps make the place a lot cozier if you feel this pinboard. Down there, the 2 seats and the tea table, that's where I sit down and correct all the essays that students send me. Actually, just kidding, I'm still a 4th year undergrad, which brings me to the next point, which is the story of how I got into Cambridge. Shh. Alright, so my Cambridge story begins about 6 years ago. You see, I come from Romania, and 6 years ago I came to Cambridge to improve my English. That was such an amazing experience for me that when I came home after 3 weeks, I said, "Mom, Dad, that's where I want to study." Back then, it really seemed like a utopian idea. But 1 year later, I started researching about how to get into Cambridge. 2 years later, I began preparing my documents and writing my personal statement, and in October, I applied. After that, I was luckily invited to an interview, which took place in December, and luckily, again, I got an offer, a conditional offer, for modern and medieval languages. So I had applied for the modern and medieval languages tripos at Clare College, Cambridge, and on the interview day, I had an interview for German, an interview for Spanish, and a written examination in between, all on the same day. The conditional offer that I got 1 month later was to get 95% in my finals. That was tough, but I managed it, and that's how I got into Cambridge. So my first year at Cambridge began in 2016, and I am class of 2020, modern medieval languages, German and Spanish. My college is Clare College, and I'm Romanian. I'm theoretically an EU student with all the same conditions and fees that home students get. But really the experience is a combination between that of a home student and that of an international student. So as this vlog continues throughout my 4th year at Cambridge, you will find out more and more about each step in this journey, which has been a really amazing journey, and I'm still enjoying it because I've got 9 more months to go in Cambridge and I really want to make the most out of it. So this was a long story short, but stay tuned for future videos where I'll discuss stuff like writing your personal statement, writing essays, supervisions, taking notes, and all the other elements that make Cambridge and university in general a great experience. So that's it from me this week, guys. I'll go grab something to eat now. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down, but if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up and comment your thoughts down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe, it would really motivate me to keep doing these videos. Bye.